uh, a hard whiff. Oh, okay, we're here. I can hear us talking. All right. Suki, if you can hear us, say PogChamp.
We're getting
Hello,
hellos in the
Bless.
chat. All right,
Yeah,
now
we
that
have
we got
hello.
the audio working, we'll
Sorry about
try
that,
that
Suki.
again. Welcome everybody to GRLCS season uh 11, 12, season whatever it is. Third game,
16.
16 of the Plat Sentinels League. We have Team Donzers versus Glacial Mingos here, as we're already 3 minutes into the game. Thanks for staying with us through some little technical issues, but we have a pretty relaxed start with a pretty aggressive trade there from Rally against Don Zero, as we are already
Uh,
getting a gank.
yep. Riley trying to come in, or not Riley, Crim's trying to come in to help his buddy out, but instead, Suki, since he was right there, just going to help bully the, the jungler and mid laner. But on the red side, we do have DJ laner on the Malphite, Suki, Rumble. Rally is playing the set. Chandler Clark and Gabe on the Tristana and Galio. And one thing that we were talking about that you guys could not hear, we're very curious as to how this kind of draft ended up coming to be.
Yeah, so something I was noting was like how how does Malphite get picked? Slash, who is Malphite supposed to ult this game? Because like of all the AD carries in the game to play against Malphite, other than some like mage Ziggs or something like that, Zaya's pretty up there, right? Like having invincibility frames to dodge a Malphite ult is pretty A plus. And then like as far as like who you lane the Malphite into, like the Vlad, that's pretty much one of the best top laners to pick in a Malphite. Now the counter pick into the Kassadin, obviously the set's punching him around, bullying him around, and it's looking all right. As you see,
Oh,
Kyle goes for a creep with this Q as opposed to
yeah,
on the Malphite.
Kyle.
The big heal,
Oh,
and that's first blood.
just like that. Vladimir plays. Vladimir plays. Empower
Absolutely
Q.
baited.
He's just like, don't worry, I got this, guys. I'm not gonna die to the Malphite. It's fine.
So a nice little 1-for-1, or a nice little 1v1 in the top lane there, secured by Kyle. With like we said, the Vladimir matchup is pretty hard for the Malphite to beat. You do have to do this max Q Comet style Malphite, but even that, like you're pretty much just trading spells onto a Vladimir who really likes trading spells. As we see a pretty
Yeah.
nice
Oh.
recall there from Zaya.
Yep. And the immediate flash heal being burned by No Way Home and Babu as well. So just gotta keep themselves safe. Interesting. Babu decide to I don't know, poke with his E. Just slide on in and help out, kind of.
Yeah, biting off a little bit more than she can really, the Leona can really chew. He jumps in there and then just, Gabe, rightfully goes on the Leona there instead of diving under tower to try to hit the Zaya. And the early game, the damage on Tristana single target plus like Galio kind of hits pretty hard. So both supports, trading aftershock, but Babu taking a little bit more of the damage there on the trade.
Yeah, especially because Gabe was not under tower, so when he went in, he was able to just move back just a little bit before the blade call came out from the Zaya. So he wasn't stunned under tower or rooted under tower. He was rooted just right next to his ADC, so he was just kept safe no matter what.
Yeah, level 6 Vladimir looking for aggressive trades. This could be a dive. If he were to get a little bit more damage onto the Malphite. Malphite, not a lot of really responses he can do against Vladimir if he does manage to get low. So he's trying to, keep his health bar up with a lot of potions, and Vlad's just going to be able to safely shove into the wave. Potentially look for a recall. Or just continue to lane. The major advantage, right, being that the Vladimir just has a lot of sustain to flex on top of the Malphite. Constantly, walking up, trading Q for Q, you're gonna be able to keep Malphite's shield down, and you're gonna keep having your health bar just continue to go up. It's one of the reasons why this matchup just ends up being so sad for the Malphite. Here we see an aggressive ult forward, and then he wasn't able to find the empowered Q. So that's
Yeah,
a third health Malphite under tower.
Yeah, I really think it's kind of just him trying to exert more dominance. Just like, hey, you're not allowed to walk up, and even if you do, I'm holding on to my W for this entire time, so that if you decide to use your ultimate, you're just going to end up dying no matter what you want to try and do to me. And even if you have Rumble, I can just pull away. So no matter what, he can play aggressive, and he's not going to be hard punished since it's a Malphite. He's not going to hit him. Theoretically, he won't hit him.
Yeah. And then here on the bot side of the map, we're seeing both junglers are down here. No 6 on the Viego, which is when he really comes online, able to get those multi-man resets. Now, the Equalizer is available, Dark Harvest with Adam Suki, and so potentially posturing for a dive down here, as we know Leona has no flash and Ballin has no heal. But overall, nothing coming up. Viego is spotted on that ward as they walk forward. The feather does miss. He's just standing there menacingly. Gabe Kochki taking 10% of his health bar, not that big of a deal. And now they're aware that Adam Suki's down here. The Electro Harpoon going wide.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like if the Malphite, or if TJ Lanier and Suki kind of communicate more there, they can potentially make something happen this boss fight. But okay, well, Lanier's just gonna go ahead and bully Kyle. There's there's an ultimate, there's a W as I was talking about earlier. I mean, no matter what, you can't really try and make this kind of play just because it's a Vladimir. He's just always gonna have the upper hand.
Yeah, you have to force out the pool, right? But if he just continues to hold on to it and you're not able to find lethal without the Malphite ult, then it ends up just being a reflex test. But reflex test passed as a walks the way there. And now the big thing is, even once Malphite gets his teleport back, or for the next like about 2 minutes till Malphite gets his ultimate, he's just farming, and farming against Vladimir, who scales super well, is never the best idea, as he does. I wouldn't say Malphite gets like explicitly outscaled by Vladimir, but if the rest of the team's not able to handle a fed Vladimir, then you are going to be in a sour spot. Because Malphite scales pretty well in the sense that Malphite's ult is always really, really good, and then with the armor stacking, he's going to be pretty fine. But like the 2 solo lane magic damage threats are going to always be a problem for Malphite. It's a champ that doesn't really build MR that happily.
Yeah, and you can see it's kind of like the tank build Malphite, and well, looks like they want to make something happen onto Rally here. Unstoppable Force will be used, or his Unstoppable Force will keep him safe, as he's gonna be able to get away. So very well played by Rally there to keep himself alive. Does have to burn the flash, but I think he'll take it since Crim's also burned his. And well, later just bullying Malphite even more. Sad rock times.
Yeah, a funny little interaction there. Viego is unstoppable during his ultimate, and Rally was able to scoop up his unstoppable self. You can, the more common times that this happens is versus like Mundos or versus Olaf's, but being able to do that against Viego was a happy little accident that allows him to get out, because simultaneously Crimson ends up, I don't think he quite gets the ultimate damage there, so a nice little skip there from Rally. A relatively low death game as both supports just start dancing on each other.
Yeah, I guess Babu's just saying, "Look at my sword. My sword is amazing," and Gabe is just flexing his muscles up. Well, and Chandler is getting CC'd for days. He'll be going down. That is going to be the kill going over to Babu. My bad. While the flash will be burned along with the ultimate from Rumble. So Equalizer is used as a safety trick. But you can see now. Looks like they are trying to collapse potentially on them. They do find Dawn, but there's a Kassadin. He'll be just safe. And well, Adamsuki, wrong place, wrong time. No reason for you to stay there, especially with your ADC down. So that is going to be now 2 kills onto the Leona, the scariest of any kind of support is a Leona. Change my mind.
When you're saying enough is enough, throwing some rocks at the Vladimir, trying to bait out almost. Oh, but he does trade 1 for 1. Noticing that the pool is down, right? He does go. I wonder if that flash attempt was going to try to be the Scara Malphite flash, where you flash forward menacingly to try to bait the opponent's flash, but he ended up still missing the ultimate there. a pretty tried and true trick for Malphite players out there. When people say Malphite mechanics, that's exactly what they mean, is doing stuff like that. But TG Linear does end up still missing the ultimate. A good 1-for-1 though. The trouble with these kind of 1-for-1s is that if you are facing a champion who does scale well with gold like the Vladimir, granted he does miss a wave, that these 1-for-1s are going to end up just accelerate gold for both champions. Just people, you know, the 300 gold just gets ping-ponged back and forth. So just gonna really depend, but yeah, go ahead.
They're just fighting. They're just continuously fighting, and well, Crims is going to be caught out there. That will be one kill going for him. Babu will be just fine, but great little setup there to pick off the jungler, even with two other people being there, the Solar Flare and the Featherstorm being burned, just to try and protect Crims, but they're unable to.
Yeah, Crims with only Berserker Greaves is extremely squishy, and
Yep.
both bot lanes have really heavy engage, heavy single target.
Yep, and Gabe is being engaged onto now, as he did want to start up this fight. The Featherstorm, no, Featherstorm was still coming up. I was wrong on that one. But they do have to be just a little wary, because, you know, obviously you get rooted. That's a 100% guaranteed death. And
yeah, Rocket is not available here.
Chandler is just going to go down anyway. Interesting that's the route he took. He's going to go down. That's going to be a double kill for the Xayah, and now the bot lane is 4-0-2. And well, as you can see, the unstoppable Viego will help out his mid laner. However, that will be the first turret going over to the side of Mingos.
Yeah, Rift Herald used for the side of Glacial Mingos to secure that tower. Now that early tower against Kassadin does matter a lot. You're able to get a lot of that gold, but at what cost? You do drop Adam Suki there, whose equalizer, you know, didn't really do much in that fight. It's just kind of one of those panic ults that you do whenever you're about to die as Rumble, to just try to get it off. He does have this cooldown reduction from Night Harvester, so it'll probably be up at a relevant enough time. We keep talking about these top laners just trading back and forth, constantly trading. You see the CDR boots on Vladimir, plus already he has the Proto Belt. That's just going to allow him to continue to get these trades. And these trades, all that Malphite has in terms of sustain is his Rock Shield passive coming back up, which means he has to not be trading for 10 seconds, and then the Corruption Potion. So Kyle more than happy to just go back and forth on the health bars and out sustain on the Vladimir, because once he has that CDR, he's able to get access to the missing health heal on the Q more often, and so even just like dropping to half health, it allows him to restore it and just do the little Vladimir things in lane. Already amassing about 30-35 CS lead there on the Vladimir lane. And then on the other side, right, we got Rally versus Don Zero. He's amassed, you know, a 20 CS lead plus the tower plates, but Don Zero was able to pick up some of those kills in those 2v2s. With the jungle, so something to know. Now Kyle maybe getting a little bit low, popping the ultimate defensively. It is a little heal, so why not? And there we go, Vladimir right back up to, you know, 60% HP.
Yeah, just classic Vladimir things. Something that does kind of suck. You know, looking at it, well, Don Zero is in a very bad spot. He's gonna be ulted away, but the flash coming out from Chandler Clark will finish it up. Nice, good old cleanup on him, although Don was very close to getting away. Just that, what is he, level 10, maybe level 11 or something like that?
Yeah,
if he's level 11, like, I feel like his ulti's probably on like the lowest cooldown it could have possibly been on. Well,
that's true. Oh, nice little pickup here from Adam Suki as he drops the equalizer and able to secure the kill there. Well done there by Adam Suki, able to punish the Vladimir for honestly playing so aggressive, trying to get that early tower. So both towers that have fallen have led to the demise of the person who tries to kill them. Nice little funny trade there. We do see Dragon is spawning here in the next 60 seconds on the map. Equalizer will, I want to say it'll still be down based on the cooldown of it, and then but it'll be coming up later into that fight. And then also the Tristana will also be down based on the mid lane kill that she went for there. We see a nice little roam here from Rally, matched also with Crims.
Yeah, I feel like if they all just move down to this boss site, it could be a pretty easy cleanup and kill and pick up for Dragon for Dawns, but we do see they're slowly making their way over. The Dragon's going down very slowly as well, so We do see Rally trying to get himself onto the Zaya. No Way Home is going to use the ultimate early on. It will be the Dragon going over to Mingos, and the fight now coming in afterward. Chandler Clark will be going down. The ultimate from Malphite will get the shutdown onto No Way Home, but you can see Don Zero. This is the Kassadin that we knew would end up showing up. Maybe not this early, but he is going to pick up the double kill. He does know that he could potentially get himself even more fed. It looks like he's trying to hunt down Gabe, but has no idea on where he is. So
Elio's magic shield is proc.
leave.
He's outside of lethal at that point, and especially if he has the W on.
Yeah, so instead they lose a dragon, they lose 4 members, and overall a pretty nice and big win there. TJ Laner really going for it here. TJ, this is not your tower, and right at the set, it was a big win for them. They end up losing it because they gave the gold to the last person, which is the Casa win.
Yeah, a controversial tower dive, probably going for it because he sees that Don Zero's out of mana, but Kassadin's W is a gigantic mana refund on melee auto attack. And he just kind of rolls over and dies after that, which is a little bit sad to see. The Malphite was able to pick up a few kills there, just tossing rocks at people. One with the ultimate, and then picking up 2 on the back end of that. But it's just a silly little shutdown given away there to the Kassadin. That is probably gonna pay. They're gonna pay for that a lot later, especially once Kassadin's able to convert that tier into a fully upgraded Seraph. So as we see a teleport drop here, Don Zero going for something.
Yeah, they want to take this fight, and they're going to immediately take out it's Adam Suki, so he will go down. No Way is very low, but they know there is no Malphite around this time. They're just continuing to fight. There goes the blood pool. Kyle looking for it. He's going to reduce them down so little. Shutdown from the Kassadin going to be given over to Rally. Now Rally has a double kill, and they have to play just a little more carefully. As here's TJ Laner. He does have the ultimate. He will get 1, and just like that, it's all fine and dandy. The Malphite starting to come online along with the set.
Yeah, I'm honestly just able to come back up and pick up those kills as they dove a little bit aggressively there, trying to kill the set. Set just able to do that that haymaker, and just that shield is absolutely massive, preventing himself from dying there. Kind of a lot of deaths just going back and forth in between these teams. Don Zero and Kyle specifically just seemingly getting popped from a relatively high health bar. Kyle was able to dive with the blood pool, dive with the hemo plague, and then just as soon as he comes back up, Rally's able to do some fat damage to him. Set, does do some pretty good damage to Vladimir, as we see Rally here is getting caught out for the wolves.
Yeah, Rally has stayed quite a bit, but that is a gigantic ulti from Adam Suki. He's gonna take out 1. He's here for the Rally, and just like that, it's a 3v4, but you wouldn't know it from the way that they're playing. Give the 2 main kills over to Adam Suki, and I believe even to... Who was it? Was it Rally that ended up getting a kill as well? So...
Yeah, Rally ended up picking up another one. Just again, we see just this really giant dive for Rally with the Haymaker fully stacked Super Saiyan set, and they just walk forward, and that's a lot of true damage at this stage in the game. With the Gore Drinker and the pickaxe, all that AD is converting his health into true damage whenever you damage him. So it's really difficult to just continue to focus the set when he still has it up, As they get, some nice damage here on the mid lane. Glacial Mingos is looking to push in the mid, and then potentially get this next air drake that's going to be spawning here in 45 seconds.
Yeah, and I just want to talk about it. There was a pretty big lead just a few seconds ago just a few minutes ago for Dons, but they ended up just going a little too greedy, and now the people that you don't want fed, minus Chandler, because Tristana's just going to do Tristana's things. He's fed. That's going to be easy double kill. That should be an easy dragon as well. That's going to be 1. That's going to be another. And just like that, they're walking into jungle that's not even theirs. Rally is just going after Kyle, and Kyle is going to fall as well. Chandler ends up falling, but that's going to be once again, another extra kill for Adam Suki, and Gabe actually is going to die here. So I feel like there's just a few many mistakes that are being made now for Dawn, and it's really starting to cost them at this point of the
Yeah,
game.
TG Linear is finding some nice Malphite. That two-man on the Kassadin and the Leona, pretty good. Sets up the rest of your team to not have to deal with it, because the Kassadin is pretty problematic since they lack any strong lockdown features on their team outside of the Malphite ult and maybe like the set grappling. But if you're able to pick them off, then that's one less problem for your team to have to worry about. Pretty solid stuff there from DJ Linear.
Yeah, you can see Crims. He does want to get it. He will steal it away. He does not have a flash up or anything, so he will end up falling. But he does steal away the Cloud Dragon. And, well, hey, Babu is just wandering around, staying. They could have potentially gone for him and tried to kill him, but
Ooh, nice.
they're just going to go ahead and go for Kyle instead. Rally. Forced to try and rally away. He's going to help his teammates get one. They'll get the taunt onto two people thanks to Gabe, and he's continuing to chase up, but he's now low. They have to back away. They cannot extend the fight any longer.
And then now posturing for Baron, Glacial Mingos is able to take that lead, and they're going to be, setting up formation here as Donzer's going to have to push in slowly.
Yeah, I mean, they have to also still be very careful, because there could be stuff like that happening, and just like that, No Way Home is a target. He will end up falling to Chandler Clark. Hey, Babu will be the pulling member to go down. That is going to be a double kill. Adam Suki is godlike. Gabe Kochki takes out one, and Don Zero will take out Gabe thanks to his little taunting trick. Chandler will end up falling. Don Zero having to flash away, trying to keep himself just fine, and he will pick up another. That is a triple kill for the Kassadin, and I don't really know what to say there other than I guess
throws on throws going back and forth. A really nice pick there from TJ Linear. He's able to find the Malphite ult onto Xayah when she has like less than 10 seconds on her ultimate to dodge it. Like an amazing pick opportunity, but then Glitchman just kind of goes and tower dives mid / Gabe Koch. She just kind of stands in front of the tower and dies. I'm not really sure what happened there. And then just a lot of kills picked up for Don Zero now. Level 14 on the Kassadin, just trying to get some solo experience here on the side lane until he becomes, fully online level 6 Kassadin, destroyer of worlds. But just these are not deaths that you want to be dropping and giving freebies to a Kassadin. He's got two fully completed items, working on components for his third. Meanwhile, Rally is also he's on 3, and Adam Suki is also on 2. So some of the heavy hitters for the side of Glacial Mingos have theirs completed just fine. The Kyle kind of ran out of gas, is what it's seeming like. He had a strong start, but now 2-6 and 2 on Vladimir. Gonna have to make reparations for some of them. See this teleport come down from Don Zero.
Yeah, and immediately Amsuki used the equalizer to try and get the pick onto Don, but not gonna be afraid. Rally ends up going in. Good ultimate pick onto Don Zero. Now he's below half health. You can see Rally is going 1v2 here. The Solar Flare will end up missing. Another flash being used. They're still chasing forward, and they will pick up one. Kyle trying to make something happen, but you can't really do much. Chandler Clark will be just fine. He's going to help his teammates get the kill onto Crims. That will be legendary for Adam Suki, and they don't even need to take the Baron. They could just probably go for an end
and
here.
No Baron needed, as we just see. Honestly, TJ Linear started the Malphite ult off with on both of the solo laners of Donzers, but Rally just kind of walking in and almost 1v2ing No Way Home and Hey Babu there, forcing the Xayah's ult out with the Haymaker, and then she just ends up dying. As even with a 3-man Hemo played, Kyle's just not able to do any damage to this front line. Rally just kind of like taints it up. Doesn't care that he gets hit by it. Merc Treads is all he needs for MR as he powers forward with DJ Lanier, and they just slow press into the enemy team after their ultimates are dropped.
Yeah, and I mean, Don Zero, even though he has gotten so many of these kills, it's not like he can really do a whole lot because his teammates are dying. So every time it's just, teammates dying back to back. And now that's every single one picked up. Nice flash by Chandler Clark, but he will end up getting solar flared. Crim's looking to potentially get the kill onto Chandler, but he will be just fine. He's going to escape. They're looking for the pick onto Hey Babu. Babu will end up going down. No Way Home will also go down. That will be the clean ace. That will be the game.
Yeah, Rally just slowly walking forward towards the Zaya, landing one or two autos and then just popping her with the Haymaker. Malphite not quite landing onto her, but it doesn't matter. Rally is just so huge with the set here. Honestly, just laying down large punches, exactly how Set would want it. As they finally push with the Baron on the mid lane inhibitor, potentially looking for the end. 10 seconds on all the death timers seems pretty reasonable. Teleport dropped by Rally into the base. Set's gonna be here. Padding a little bit of stats, picking up some farm, but overall, they might be Glacial Minions looking for the end.
Yeah, it looks like they are, but you can see Taylor Clark is not even with the team. He's just like, look, I'll get the dragon, guys. Don't worry, okay? So
A little bit of
he's making his way
flexing going on.
over. They're just flexing so hard. And Gabe, he is going to help out. No one dies. TJ Laner still alive. This is a 4v5, and they cannot get the kills that they want. Suki is so powerful, along with Radley, along with the Malphite. That's going to be the rest of the team picked up. That will be, again, an ace. Triple kill for Suki as Mingos will go 3-0 and Dons will switch to 0-3.
Yeah, a really strong performance here out of us, out of Rally on set. As you saw there, it was almost like a tactical flex, is what it seemed like. His health bar dropped to a third, but then it just immediately shot back up, and he has a fully charged Haymaker to start that fight. Nice little win there out of Glacial Mingos as they continue to go 3-0, leading the Platinum Sentinels division.
Yep, that is the GG's. Chandler obviously having to pad the objective stats, make sure Glacial Mingles looks very, very nice on objectives. But that will be the first game. We do have 2 more games coming up, so don't go anywhere, guys. We will be right back.
All right, howdy there. Welcome back to our second game of the day. On the blue side, we have Ergotten, and on the red side, we have Pigs Might Fly. It's still me, Shoutcast, joined here with Sami Karito for the cast. We got L Dragon playing Mordekaiser in the top lane, Apache Helicopter playing the Viego in the jungle, Dope Nuker is rocking Annie mid lane, and Daria Lipa and Gothim1106 are going to be doing the very aggressive Samira Thresh bot lane.
Yep. Well, on the other side, we do have a Pigs Might Fly. We have Mr. Bumrush as a Malphite in the top lane, Rambones as the Nidalee jungle, Smooth as the Zed mid, and we have the Ezreal and Blitzcrank bot lane played by Nidalee and Riv25. And already see some shenanigans might be taking place here in just a second.
Nice shenanigans warded out, obviously, by the side of Ergotten. They placed that ward. You know, when you have Thresh and Blitzcrank in your games, you can expect some silly level ones to go down. We see we see side of Ergotten's going for a 5-man stack to try to counter Pigs Might Fly's invade. Just trying to hope that if one person gets picked, it's not the end of the world and they can turn with their champions. You know, even just one kill is a lot whenever you have you got the Mordekaiser who can hook like 5 people at the same time. The spear goes a little bit early there for Rembones on the clear. I wonder how much that's gonna slow down the clear now. Apache Helicopter's start will be spotted out by a ward here, and so that'll be a slight advantage for Pigs as they know what path he's taking, as opposed to Ergotten, who kind of had to guess. If they pay attention right, they can tell Nidalee started bot side based on the bot side leash or the mana missing on their laners. But some nice aggressive trades already for L Dragon here as he goes once again against the Malphite. We see a match damage laner, the typical counter pick choice, right? And then, however, not as much sustain on Mordekaiser. And so he's going to want to, you know, sustain a lot more through the shields that his W provides, but level 1 he doesn't have access to that. So already, you know, dropping to nearly half health, it's going to start adding up a little bit faster than it would on the Vladimir that we saw last game. Oh, nice little pull forward there from L Dragon. You know, just trying to stack that damage. Once again, it's just that war of trying to get any damage you can to stick onto Malphite whenever you're playing against him. Lots of trades. Camera's gonna stay up here, and we're just gonna see both laners. You know, Malphite throwing a rock every once in a while, and Mordekaiser slamming his mace down as we see a plate already from Gothim.
Yeah, I mean, really, you're supposed to go for the Blitzcrank, since if you try even to hook even the Ezreal, he's just gonna use the phase rush. He'll be just fine. So, you know, the Ignite being used, but they'll take the Ignite down.
Yeah, Ignite for
Flash is down as well.
Because that Flash is pretty big on Blitzcrank, being able to go for surprise Flash shorts over walls. Oh, as we see it really low. There, Dope Nuker drops to, you know, about 100 HP. Smooth's just barely missing out on that kill.
Yeah, but there is a Nidalee. Nidalee does look like she knows exactly where he is. Up. Instead, just going to force a even longer recall, and you know, as Dope Nuker right now is just thinking like, "Hey, let me back, please. I don't want to miss any more CS than what I'm already gonna miss. Thank you."
Yeah, directed camera not gonna try to show us a missed skill shot, but we can assume Nidalee threw the spear out, and thankfully, Dope Nuker not Windows shopping, you know, able to pay attention to the game and not just get sniped out by a Nidalee spear under tower. That would have been a little bit embarrassing, I suppose.
Yeah, it looked like Rembones walked out to the lane to just get even better vision, and because of that, it allowed Dope Nuker to kind of walk back or walk side to side, whichever one it may have been, to stay more safe. So, just more annoying. They do know where Apache Helicopter is, so they can play a lot safer. And on the other side of it all, we do see Blitz and Nidalee kind of staying grouped together just in case the the Viego walked up potentially.
Absolutely. Now getting really low here in top lane. Mr. Bumrush is completely out of corruption potion charges. Now Dorian's shield is going to continue to slowly heal up L Dragon. That's why you'll see his health bar, you know, a little bit healthier. Plus he always has access to the Malphite
Oh,
shield,
well.
as there's the first blood.
Yeah, no respect, really. Even when he is, I mean, I guess you just think like, there's no way he just straight up kills me here. But you got to remember that Q is the first thing you keep leveling consistently, not the E, definitely not the W. So
Yeah, and
he's
he was
just
also able
fine.
to find the single target damage mini crit that Mordekaiser Q has there. It's on the Malphite, so just even more damage powering through, and he just finds that nice little solo kill, plus a little 11 CS lead for himself as he takes the recall, and we'll see what he decides to do with his first item. The Leeching Lair, relatively standard. You just end up with a bunch of extra Omnivamp in your kit so you can sustain yourself, plus it'll get that Rift Maker, and so your passive will be doing more damage as you stand in the middle of 5 enemies. Plus whenever you're using the Mordekaiser ultimate, that last 7 seconds, so you're able to fully stack Rift Maker in that time. Did some nice damage up as we see. Rembones.
Yeah. Yeah, Rembones is going to get the kill eventually, hopefully, maybe. He is now being chased by the rest of the side of Yurgatum, but he is still chasing. He missed the spear, and just like that, Apache's gonna be just fine. Rembones and Apache both down a flash, but doesn't matter. The hook will end up landing. Dario now going onto Rembones. They will pick up the one. Guardian does not get the ultimate onto the Shamira instead onto the Thresh, but they will be just fine. They'll take the kill, all because Rembones got a little greedy that he couldn't finish it up.
Yeah, Rembone's honestly just whiffing that spear and then just getting chased through the entire jungle. But got Heem's hooks, unlike the Nidalee spears, don't miss. Ooh, a very aggressive forward as they're in the Death Realm now. Missing the pull, Malphite ult going down, and then flash out.
Yeah, I mean,
Mr.
safest way to get out,
There's speaking of Malphite mechanics from what we were talking about last game, a hook lands.
Yeah, but there's another hook that lands as well. Guardian will end up tanking for his ADC. There is a Viego in the area, but they do know that he is there. Bumrush does have to be careful still. Last time he was this low, he got solo kill, so should be very wary here that could happen. But
no Malphite ult to counter the tower dive either, so he's just sitting here with whatever the scrambles he has left of his health bar as Malphite Mordekaiser slowly whittles away at his tower. Eldragon going for that tower plate, also very low on Mr. Bumrush, and he just dies to a bonk.
Yep, and I guess you take it, especially since Smooth is right there. He will go right onto Eldragon. Eldragon doing his best to try and survive, but he's not going to be able to. So that will be a clean kill onto Smooth. I say clean, not very clean, but clean enough.
Smooth that's enough for sure. Spotting that out, able to get yourself a free kill on that Zed just to snowball out and start picking up more items. Now, on 11-18, we're seeing a lot more Zed players, both in the jungle, surprisingly, and in mid lane. The jungle, Zed received some buffs to his passive that allows him to clear the jungle pretty fast. And then in the mid lane, we're seeing a resurgence in Zed because of the new changes to Yomus. So we'll see if Smooths decides to pick up the Yomus, which is now just back to how it was in Season 10 build. Picking up components, but we don't know if that's for like a Duskblade or a Yomus. Could be either one.
Yeah, it looks like Key is gonna opt for the Duskblade as he does have the Caulfield. I would think go for it first. Well, we have another small engage happening in this top side, but what they don't know right now, Crimson is actually getting counter jungled. So right now, he's missing his Krugs. He's gonna find that out, and he's gonna be very sad and disappointed.
And it looks like Dragon Beam started up here for the side of Pigs as they start going on the Dragon. Oh, a nice little walking past each other like two ships in the night. Got him bumps into a Zed that he probably didn't mean to walk into, and Smooths just kind of slides away as Dragon does go to the side of Pigs. Now, this Ocean Dragon, picked up as the first Dragon, is going to help out specifically in this top lane as Mr. Bumrush is just going to be trying to sustain this lane. A hook misses. Look kind of funny there on stream, and we have Apache here standing by. So earlier we tried to mention it. The Malphite mechanics that you can exude in this lane is you actually stop the Death Realm completely if you time your R correctly. Something you you probably want to do in lane if you're gonna just get a death realmed and then take a bunch more damage. But the timing has to be pretty crisp, or else you just end up wasting your ultimate and slamming your face into a death wall. The
And
spear does
Apache
land.
is gonna get engaged, and that's just gonna be an absolute shred. Knowing exactly where he is means easy kill. Rembones, however, looks like he's going to be the next recipient. He is taken into the Death Realm, which means easy kill. True Shot Barrage does come out to try and got him, but he got no one with it.
That was worrisome. Even the moment that Nidalee spear landed and did like very little damage to Eldragon's health bar, it was like, oh no, I've made a mistake. And you know, Eldragon able to pick that up, steal the stats away from Nidalee there to lane with a little bit with that project skin. You start glowing big and white every time you do that. And then Mr. Bumrush low once again. I wonder if we'll get a third of the same type of death. No, says Mr. Bumrush. Fool me once, fool me twice, but not a third time. Nobody, let it be known, nobody gets Mr. Bumrush with the same trick 3 times in a row, as that hook almost snags Dario Lipa right out of the Thresh Lantern. Got him trading hook for hook on air there, and then both bot lanes just trying to see if they can land each other's hooks onto enemy carries.
Yeah, and Apache is down here, so looks like because this tower is so low, he wants to give the Herald down here really get his ADC ahead. But because of it, instead they're going to walk up. They have no idea that Apache is there. Well, the nuclear is going to end up falling. That's a lot of damage. That's a pop. And now Eldragon is the main focus. He's going to be super low. He's going to end up falling. Shut down over to Mr. Bumrush himself. Well, down here, Crims doesn't even drop it. I feel like he should have just dropped the Herald. He'll really accelerate this bot lane since
Yeah, I don't know if
are very ahead already.
I don't know if you'll be able to find another moment to do it with for the next 2 minutes. And you know, a nice pink ward there to try to sneak in a gank there, but just a really aggressive posturing there probably gave away the gank. Slash, they've been conditioned to just run away all lane. No, the
Apache
dropping
is
low.
very
Prospect.
low. He's going to use the ultimate. He is going to get away, but Mr. Bumrush is around, so is Eldragon. So they have to back away. They do respect the Mordekaiser, who has the Riftmaker up and ready, along with his Mercury Treads. Don't know if the... Well, I guess Merc Treads will work, but I prefer the Top Eyes. Oh, well. They prefer killing the support. Got him. Doesn't even end up getting killed. He's just fine. He's gonna leave. But they do get Flash for Flash along with the Blitzcrank ultimate.
Yeah, just end up settling there for the Flash. Now, the choice of Merc Treads is kind of like whatever. It just really just depends on if you're more afraid of like Nidalee roaming on you constantly, or if you're gonna be having to match the Zed. But you can do that with just as long as just an uppercut there from Blitz. And then Zed ultimate does get used to finish off that kill on Dope Nuker, who's died now twice. Twice to Smooths. Smooths with a very sizable 50 CS lead. And then both skill shots going wide there on Mr. Bumrush as he just continues to throw rocks at Eldragon's health bar. 50 CS lead, which is really big, especially when you know, just only a 30 CS lead. Or 40, sorry, math, for Eldragon here, in top lane. So, you know, the counter pick not being as fruitful as you would have wanted it to be for Eldragon up here, and then Smooth's just rolling with it. He does finish the Yomus first, as we see hook and fight.
That's it. Yeah, that's an easy kill there, and Riv is now going to be the next target. No jungler to try and help you this time, as he wanted no part. He's just recalling like, yeah, screw this. Sorry, I can't help y'all. And I don't think Herald was used at all, so even though they got the Herald, Apache didn't drop it, so Herald just wasted.
Yeah, there's always discussion on whether like doing Herald is worth it because of the fact that like there's just things you could be doing, spending elsewhere with the amount of time investment that you do with Herald. But for sure, if you're just gonna have it sit and die in your pocket, it's never worth it. Generals don't. Ooh.
Yeah, Dario Lipa doing his best to try to survive. The Immortal Shiba will end up proccing, which means Smooth has to leave because of the fact that Got him also showed face.
Even with Ignite committed and with Ultimate, Smooth's not able to convert that all into a kill. And then no Zed Ultimate means that Apache will probably be able to, pick up this dragon as it goes completely uncontested. Pigs just not having the resources, not having Rembones on the side of the map. They just decide that they're just going to farm it out instead of contest the dragon. Now, something to point out, right? Nidalee has gotten the Essence Reaver on Ezreal. We see a lot of Ezreals moving away from the Divine Sunder build because of the fact that they nerfed the damage on range, then they nerfed the AD. And so you're going back to seeing Ezreal builds basically build all the different Sheen items, I guess, except for Lich Bane. I personally am not that big of a fan of Essence Reaver Ezreal. I think like there's a time and place for it whenever the enemy team has like zero like healthy stackers. I think that Triforce, I even think it has a higher win rate. Triforce does, because like the damage that you're getting from it's still pretty sizable.
Got him is going to end up getting shut down. Interesting that the Thresh is the one that had the 150 shutdown, but nonetheless, shutdown goes over to, I believe it was the Blitzcrank, and now Apache having to use the ultimate to get away, but you see Rembos, he does want to chase just a little bit, but instead they back away, they decide enough is enough there.
Deciding not to chase like you did earlier in the game, Rimbones, is happy with what they got. The Viego ultimate on a slightly higher cooldown than the Zed ultimate, especially with all the CDR he has on the Yomus and the Lucidity boots. Smooth is going to be alright with his ultimate coming back up here in another 30 seconds, whereas Apache Helicopter's ultimate, slowly working its way up. A relatively okay amount of action is, he steps forward with the Yomus, looking for a kill maybe without the Zed ult.
Yeah,
Sure can go
he
wide.
really wants to get him. He's like, you're gonna step back now, right? Oh, come on. I have the 3-level lead. Let's make it a 4. Come on, please.
Yeah, now the CS lead has shrunk, or maybe just the top lane one has ballooned more, as Eldragon is now 60 up. Oh, flash under hooked under tower.
Eldragon having to back away. He's just gonna get popped here. Well, eventually we'll be popped here, and Smooth will be the one who goes on a rampage. The Zed is a menace on the field, and now that that has happened, we can actually calm down a little bit. And I was gonna say that personally, to me, I still like the Go Divine Sunder. It still feels really good on Ezreal. Like Triforce is nice, but I still love the Divine Sunder build, even if it's not the best build nowadays. It's still a pretty nice build overall.
Yeah, I think it's just to the point where like you can go either Divine Sunder or the other Sheen items. It's no longer just go Divine Sunder every game, no exceptions. Because they did tone down a lot of the damage, but like against like really beefy dudes like Mundos or Tom Kenches of the world, like the Divine Sunder is your best damage item. And then the survivability that it offers, definitely with having more health slash the healing that you get back every time you land a Q, is definitely nothing to scoff at. Because Ezreal does like having just more extended fights in general, and so just anything you can. And then the hybrid pen also shouldn't forget to mention. The hybrid pen is something that like you're not gonna feel on the Triforce or the Essence Reaver builds, because the hybrid pen just offers so much for Ezreal, because he's just a champion that traditionally doesn't build a lot of penetration, but now with the Divine Sunder you're able to access that, and all your abilities just do way more damage.
Yeah, and well, wow, Dope Nuker got the full thing that he wanted, still did nothing, and he doesn't even have his first item. Like, Apache doesn't have the first item, even though they have, so much. They have the towers taken that they want. They have, everything that they could have asked for really there, but yet they're still down in the item department when you're looking at it all. And that's just because of the fact that they're kind of getting outplayed, out macroed, every single thing. El Dragon started out just fine, but he slowly started to overstay, all the small mistakes that you could do to put you behind just a little bit more. The CS lead and boss side has been just fine. I mean, if you're Dario, that's what you want, but now you have a Fed, and I mean a Fed off this planet, Zed. And I don't care what kind of ADC you are. You could be an ADC that just builds straight up tank and you still do like 1,000 damage. And Smooths is just here to pop you at all costs. So, for the main whole thing, Dario's not concerned about anyone except for that Zed.
Yeah, absolutely massive. Smooths has pretty much become the center of attention as far as like how these team fights are going to be rolling out. Dragon, yeah, dropping the ball, converting any of his like lead in team fights or lead in lane into leads in team fights. We haven't really seen him get to do much. Just like the last time he showed up, he just kind of got hooked under a tower and then one shot by the rest of the team. As we see
Yeah,
both teams contesting aggressively vision aggro. Mid lane tower is destroyed as both teams kind of tango around the dragon.
yeah. It looks like instead of going for the dragon, they just want to try and chase the flash being invested there, but the red buffs just say, "Hey, what's up? I'm here," and got him. Going to have to flash away. The ultimate does end up being used there, but they're going to get so much damage on the Smooths. He will end up going down thanks to the red buff. The knockup will end up stopping the ultimate from Dario, but there's just so much damage now coming out thanks to the fact that the Dario has been alive. They end up chasing, they end up falling at the last person remaining. The last two people remaining are just like, guys, we didn't have to chase that hard.
Yeah, Team Morgan's able to turn that one around as the Z ultimate used on Thresh, probably not the ideal target. And then Smooths does manage to die as he tries to get all of his damage off, and Dario Lipa picks up that shutdown. He's going to be huge. He's going to like that when he goes back to base and able to shop. Dragon, able to be a pretty strong presence there. I didn't quite get to catch whether he got to cast his Mordekaiser ult before the Malphite was able to get his ultimate off, but if he did, that's exactly how you want to be playing that. And overall, just like a nice clean turnaround there from the side of Ergotten, as everyone goes back to base to spend all their money, and they'll be looking to start pressuring around the Baron. Now, this Earth Soul is something that's interesting. Both teams want it, but honestly, I would say that Ergotten wants it more because of the fact that they'll be able to completely shut out Zed from being able to kill people if they all get the bonus armor, plus if they're able to get that Earth Shield, especially. It's going to be difficult for Smooths to find kills. We already see he's struggling to kill Dario Lipa as he goes deathless with the shield bow shield, just offering just enough survivability, plus Samira is able to block those shurikens, so one of the more difficult AD carries for Zed to have to kill, especially after the changes to prioritize damage on shurikens instead of on his E, because of the fact that like now you have to land a multi-man shuriken on your ulted target as opposed to just get multiple E's off to try to do more damage to them.
Yeah, and as long as Smooth could just land a double Q, like he'll be just fine. Like that's obviously what makes late game Zed just the most terrifying thing in the world. He lands both of those. Next thing you know, that's all it takes to kill you. But with Dario, since he has the he has his wind wall ability. I forgot what it's called, but since he has it, he can just block one of them. So that actually kind of slipped my mind that the Zed buffs did go through. Smooth is in a bad spot. He's going to go for the kill onto Dario Lipa. Or, not onto Dario Lipa. Onto Dope Nuker. He'll take out one, and now he's on the run. But he's being collapsed on. That's going to be an easy kill. Dario Lipa coming in to avenge his fallen brethren. You see, Dario is going in. He will end up getting flashed. Or end up getting silenced. So his ultimate will be stopped. And they will not engage any longer. The flash of the mastery is nice and all, but it doesn't change the fact that you guys were the ones on the running end of it all.
Yeah, able to, convert a kill onto Dope Nuker, but that kill's honestly not as worth just having Smooths be able to survive and run around, because he, like I said, he's kind of like the main character of his team right now.
Yep, Mr. Bumrush is doing what he can to survive. A nice flash. He's surviving for a very long time. Good old ability, or good old Zanyos to really help out, but Dragon, you have to run. There is backup coming. And Nidalia, wow, that's a lot of damage. He's going to be just fine, however. And now Dragon is looking for the kill. He will not be able to pick it up, but he is looking for at least just the one. He actually will pick up two. You send reinforcements. He does not care. This Mord will be a menace just like this said.
Eldragon with a pretty funny 1v3 there. He does find the kill onto Mr. Bumrush, even though he missed like a lot of his still shots under tower. That's just the power of Mordekaiser when you get this ahead with the Riftmaker, though. A fully charged Riftmaker with the Mordekaiser Metal Storm dealing that percent HP damage is pretty non-negligible for Malphite there under tower. And then you saw how much those fully charged Riftmaker isolated Qs are doing. That was at least 60% of Nidelia's health off of one Mordekaiser Q. He can't fight him if he gets that close. So a pretty solid turn there from Eldragon as they pigs bit off a little bit more than they were going for there.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, if they just they could have just left after they took out so much of his health. Just been like, all right, you didn't get the tower. We don't have to push it so hard. Instead, you get the Mordekaiser even more head. Now he has the Horizons Focus. He has the
Cosmic Drive.
Yeah, the Cosmic Drive. Thank you. And because of that, he's much more scary. You see that now the No Magic Mantle is onto the Ezreal. Ezreal's down like quite a bit. He's down 60 CS compared to his ADC opponent. And when you're just looking at it all, like no mythic item, he doesn't even have his boots fully completed yet. While on the other side, you see just how far ahead Shamira is. She's 303 compared to the 022. Not even a threat. And because of it, they have to respect it. And Nidalee is not even a problem here. It's the Zed. It's like Zed. Fuck. It's like Zed or nothing here.
Yeah, it's pretty much the story is Smooth just gotta find kills without dying in these team fights. So you see a teleport drop as Eldragon shows up.
Oh yeah, he's on the hunt. He's looking for just someone. They'll get the stun. They'll pick out Smooth so easily. And just like that, Eldragon tried his best, but he's going to get shut down. But now the rest of the team is coming online. They will pick up the rest. They will clean it all up. That will be the ace as Dario Lipa and Apache Helicopter come on in while everyone used everything on Eldragon.
Yeah, Smooth walks in and just immediately gets stunned by Dope Nuker and then just gunned down by the side of Forgotten. And then a nicely timed ultimate there from Blitzcrank cancels out Eldragon's fully charged metal shield, and it goes away because that shield removal effect on Blitzcrank ultimate which got added, that was pretty impactful there. You trade your entire health bar basically, as that's not something you want to just lose, and so Eldragon does end up falling there, but Urgotten is able to pick up the dragon and now the inhibitor, and they're going to be on a mad dash away as Smooth gets hooked.
Well, I don't think they're really in a mad dash away right now. They're just saying, we can take this fight. We don't really care who's in our way. Apache Helicopter is looking just for the final kill. He'll pick it up, but he ends up falling. And just like that, it is a 3-for-2. The main shutdowns are going to be activated, and they go onto... really, actually, I don't even know, but, it's still pretty nice to get the shutdowns. I believe they went on to Italy, actually, so... Pretty nice that Nid is the one who gets the shutdowns and not like, Blitzcrank or a Malphite.
This is true. Eldragon walks up and said, "This is my crab. I'll be taking that." You might have gotten my teammates Rambones, but I'll be taking this crab and walking away from this one. A little bit of update on some of the items, right? So we were talking about that Earth Soul shield that's going to be a problem. We saw Smooth, he's picked up the Serpent's Fang, so a little bit less of shield's going to be a problem this game, as pretty much everybody on the side of Urgotten does have a shield in some way, right? We mentioned the Mordekaiser has the W shield, just being able to stack up his passive, and he has the Molten shield now, and then Darlipa has the shield bow, and Thresh has his lantern. So being able to cut through that, as said, that's going to be, even though they nerfed the amount of lethality and damage that Serpent's Fang carries on it, that's still like hidden damage in the sense that that's less health your team has to fight through. So AD assassins just uniquely have the ability to build that item, and it works pretty well against teams that have a lot of shields like that, especially once that Earth Soul goes down.
Yeah, I mean, well, Remold's interesting to go in there. That's gonna be one shutdown. Smooth just comes in and just like, yeah, hi, I have my ultimate. It's here, and now Rev is having to run away. The rest of the team is on escape mode, while Nidali is just saying, guys, there's There's these big minions coming here. I only have 2 items. Help, help. Send reinforcements, please.
And I know they're having to struggle away at the creeps. Now the good news is, right, with Essence Reaver, Ezreal never goes out of mana, and toggled with Muramana, he's able to drop some nice damage down with that. But the bad news is he does like no damage to El Dragon.
Yep. And well, just like that, that's gonna be a pop. You got one member back up, but my goodness, El Dragon does not care. He tanks up so much. Daria Lipa is also trying to get onto a rampage. He will take out Nidalee, but he will not take out Smooth, as Smooth takes out Kahim. And now Ramos looks like he's about to be switched onto, but instead Apache Helicopter is going to be roaming around, just trying to do his thing. Dope Nuker is going to be able to outplay with the good old stopwatch. And just like that, that should be the game. There should not be any reason to be continuing to fight this for so much longer. Just end the game, end their misery. Just stop. They're already dead.
Ergotten is able to secure themselves a win against Pigs. Oh, a nice block there on the Blitzcrank hook. As Daria Lipa styles on them a little bit. Ooh, a shutdown for 2 shutdowns there at the end, but that will be a victory for the side of Ergotten.
Yeah, you know, obviously, Ergotten gotten a pretty nice win in a game that looked like it could have possibly swung to either side at the beginning of it all, but in the end, it was just too much. The team got super fed on the side of Ergotten, and that is going to be a 2-1 Ergotten, while Pigs My Fly dropped to 0-3. And don't go anywhere, guys. We do have one more match, so stick around.
Welcome back, everybody, to our 3rd game of the day. We have MG Mercenaries versus Dudbro Gaming. On the side of MG Mercenaries, we got Profiteers rocking Cho'Gath top lane. Second wind on the Xin Zhao jungle. Watercat playing Vigar in the mid lane. And Zalp and 81011 on the Lulu Kog'Maw duo.
Yep, and on the other side, we do have the Dead Bro Gaming. We have Keikovu as the set in the top lane, Bloody Brains as the Trundle in the jungle, King What's-His-Face as the Syndra mid lane, and Kilu and Ayrton playing the Ashe and Amumu, which I can actually tell you from experience. I just experienced this bot lane, and let me tell you, this was the most atrocious thing I've ever ran to in my life, and have no respect for anyone who runs it, so I'm going to be very biased here because I cannot believe they're doing this here.
Right off the bat, we see a ward dropped. Dudbro Gaming does drop it, but MG Mercenaries here will spot that out and able to drop just a little bit of extra experience there for Profiteers. Something to notice about the comps, right? We mentioned that the Ashe and Amumu combo drops a lot of CC. Zalp has already, taken the cleanse, noticed that right off the bat and said, I'm not going to have any of that. He's going to be rocking cleanse, so hopefully he can slip out just, once every, 2 or 3 minutes and get away and drop some massive Cogmon damage in fights. Now, something to note is Profiteers is playing Cho'Gath top into probably two of the most difficult Cho'Gath counter picks in the game. I think actually Set's ultimate, which picks you up and drops you based on your percent HP, actually has Cho'Gath as the symbol example champion that he's picking up in the icon as we drop a lot of auto attacks back and forth. Profiteers dropped to 40%, and Kyovu also, trading himself down to half.
Yep, and Airtone trading onto the Lulu. The double Q obviously is in here. They poke down so much, and Mordecai is just being able to poke or being able to get poked by the Sinner who does hit level 2 just a tad bit before. And I think I've heard from some of the other casters, but what do you think about this the sudden surge of Amumu support because of the change to his Q where now he can two of them?
It's a lot of added CC to a Mumu, especially early game. It makes sense that you would fit it in support because, like, technically they lowered the damage on it for ganking with it as jungle. So I mean, if players want to, pick it up because of the fact that it has more CC on it, like, it makes sense. And then whenever you're 2v2ing with it, Amumu's abilities are all AoE except for his, bandage toss. So I'm cool with it. I think of it, you should definitely be opting. Ooh, another bandage toss lands.
Yeah, and that's just gonna be first blood, easily handed over. They're going straight onto the Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw going to be forced to flash away. More trading going on in the top side, obviously, but Zalp is still being poked down. Zalp will end up going down eventually. No, he's just gonna be just fine. Actually, there is going to be no kill for the Ashe, and instead he's going to be killed while the cleanse and flash are burned from him. And on the other side, the flash and heal burned.
Yeah, that cleanse being he bandage
Uh,
tosses to try to get away from the gank there as second wind already blows his charge, his E there on Amumu in melee range, not able to follow through a little bit there. Zalp is gonna request to help with the push here, and he's gonna go back to base, kind of happy with an extra kill that went his side. I was gonna mention the cleanse taken on Kog'Maw does make the Lulu a little bit. It does, it increases your survivability on the Kog'Maw. The Lulu did take the heal, so that they're not a healless bot lane, but you don't have that exhaust that you would want for later for either like for CCing a target when they come to individually dive Kog'Maw. But yeah, that early pickup there was pretty funny as they tried to go for the dive and then Kilo and Kog'Maw just kind of trading auto attacks under tower, seeing who dies first. Not something you really want to do against Kog'Maw because, like, if he does die, you're just gonna get chased down with the Kog'Maw passive. But Kilo does just bite his bitter end for that one.
Yeah, I mean, you see a low health ADC and you are playing ADC. Why not get something that, could eventually help you out? Minus the fact that Zalp is a, monster who can just run you down anyway. But, we're not going to talk about that because, it's just Kog'Maw things. And Profiteers is now the one on the upside. He does end up getting two knocked up, but the pillar is going to come out. He's going to be forced to flash away. And what I'm thinking is that he's going to try and get to a safe place and just try to TP away.
We do see the
But
TP drop by
on the other
what's
side,
face.
on the other side, we do have a gank. Kilo has no flash, which means he's an easy kill. Same with Airtone. He should be killed as well. That's going to be an easy double kill or easy 2 kills down there while Profiteer is just going to run into the fountain. He's going to end up falling and will be actually just gets executed. So he gives no kills over while he's looking down there and just saying, hey guys, don't worry. I'm distracting the jungler. He's getting nothing up here. Take everything.
Yeah, second wind, wind becomes lightning, able to pick up that kill in their tower, and Profiteer is able to just run away with his life, and take it and execute it on your tower. No benefit for the side of Dud Bros. You know, they're trying to take advantage of that show death early, but Profiteers manages to slip away, and then a second wind, and the side of MG Mercenary is going to be picking up that Earth Drake, which is going to pay dividends against the side of Deadbro Gaming. Now, there's like a slight argument for like Trundle ult is able to steal the bonus stats that they're gaining, but this is like a very minor amount of stats that overall, like Syndra's gonna have a harder time bursting carries and then Cho'Gath's really gonna like the bonus armor and MR that he's gonna be receiving from that single Earth Drake that they're able to pick up.
Yeah,
Some nice Syndra combos, you know. King what's its face, you know, pretty clean with that stuns. That's like the second or third stun that we see him land here against Watercat in lane. However, he's got himself a little CS deficit. Uh, King what's its face you know, is able to out trade but not out CS Watercat. Not really turning those trade leads into a sizable lead. We see the lethal temple proc there on Zalp, and he's able to drop some. This is why Lulu Kog'Maw is so frustrating to play against, because you proc like lethal tempo, or you just walk up with Kog'Maw with that bio arcane barrage, and you've got picks also pelting you with extra damage there, as Kog'Maw just drops so much damage. Even with just like the Vamp Scepter over Ashe, Ashe is gonna have to base, not able to really match that kind of power that the Lulu Kog'Maw has. Another
yeah.
stun
I
there
mean,
from King's What's Its Face.
yeah, I mean, as you said, it's obviously annoying just to go against a Kog'Maw Lulu in general, but now the Kog'Maw is slowly starting to get ahead. Not with CS, obviously they're still even, just about even, but because he hasn't died, because he's gotten the 2 kills and the 1 assist, that kind of makes up for it all. And you can see it because of the fact that there is the longsword. He did decide to go with the boots instead of going for another longsword or something along that line. And slowly he's getting more and more ahead, more and more fed. And you already know the main goal is just, protect the Kog'Maw. We don't have to worry about anything else. That's why they chose with the Cho'Gath. That's why they chose Xin Zhao and Viger. They could just play defense matrix all around Kog'Maw, and there's nothing that they can really do as a mace to, get in when everyone's separated from him.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to see if he's able to, if the Cho'Gath ends up being enough of a bastion to protect the Kog'Maw, or if he ends up being just a gigantic pile of health for Set to ult and potentially like one-shot Kog'Maw through. Because like even Lulu ult on the wrong target can mean Set gets bonus health to drop onto Kog'Maw. So something to watch out for is we do see Duddy Brains and Second Wind, you know, fighting over, and now Kyovu walks over, and even here, even Amumu is coming over here to protect the Herald as Team Dudbro Gaming does pick up that Herald at the 9-minute mark. Gonna probably drop that and pick up some plates somewhere with it, as we see Trundle gonna be taking the recall.
Yeah, and you can see it seems like maybe just a little bit of miscommunication from Profiteers and from Second Wind, as Prophet did decide to back while Second just continued to work on the Herald. But, there was the roams coming through by Airtome and King What's His Face, so they're able to push it out. And, since Kikovu and Duddy just can kind of walk up since they know Prophet back, it just meant a very, very easy Herald. Obviously, the scuttle will be theirs as well. But my main question now is, where are they gonna drop this Herald? Like, it looks like they want to drop it bot side, but if they are not able to get the Herald or the amount of turret gold that they want, then is it really worth it? Well, I guess no, because Kikolu is being hard focused here. He's going to end up going down, and now Kog'Maw has an even bigger lead.
Yeah, Kog'Maw able to snipe Ashe with that ultimate as it drops and kills her through the summoner heal. Zalp, you know, is a sniper with that. Nice little artillery that lands there. Again, that's just the power of the Kog'Maw Lulu. If you're not able to find that clean engage on the Kog'Maw, which is like extra difficult through the cleanse, and he doesn't care. He's just gonna walk forward with the picks, with the W activated, and just continue to shred your health bar.
Yeah,
What?
and the CS lead is even bigger now because of the fact that Airtone was out of lane for so long. Like that just meant that Kekolu, Kulu had to give up even more resources that he doesn't want to from behind. So they're able to get Herald, but they're not using it. They're not going to be able to use it anywhere to really be like, aha, we've outsmarted you. Instead, they're just saying, no, we've actually outsmarted you on every single phase of it all.
Yeah, kind of disappointing for both of the laners here. I would have expected Kyovu or Teen What's-Its-Face with their like more lane dominant picks to have gotten some of the tower plates down. Slash, obviously Kyovu's rocking a CS lead up there, but Teen What's-Its-Face struggling a little bit behind Watercat. Watercat just kind of like tanking through the lane. He's gonna hopefully become a utility bot there for the Kog'Maw. Pretty much playing towards the strength of their draft, I would say. MG Mercenaries are, which is good. You always want to see that. As Watercat just chills back, kind of has had his wave here the entire time. Right here in between those first set of torches in mid lane, and he's just holding it right in front of his tower, able to farm up happily, stacking his passive, the phenomenal evil, in order to get as much AP as he can and scale it into the mid game. It'll be interesting to see if he's able to get some of those executes with the ultimate before like Trundle's able to get his ultimate off, or before Set is able to get his Haymaker shield off. Having those executes with Cho'Gath ult and with Vidar ult, they kind of overlap in purpose, but if you put them on the same person, the margin to death is just really, really high.
Yeah, and well, Julie was taking quite a bit of damage there, and I don't know why he was, because I mean I guess I understand now, but I mean there's so much resource being used. Even the TP coming out, they're really going after these two, and they're going to be able to take them out very easily. They invested so much. They even invested the backup from King What's-His-Face. He didn't even have to be there. There's no objective down there, so I guess Duddy Brains gets to try and get solo tower gold, which is nice, but I don't know if double TP is needed there. That's just maybe extra what's the term for it? Like when you extra overkill.
Yeah, the teleport there from Teen What's-Its-Face, plus he's not able to really pick up anything from it himself. Definitely stings a little bit, but Kyovu, that was a really nice teleport, finding that behind them. And then the cleanse from Zalp cleansed the first bandage toss, but it didn't cleanse. As we see, second wind drops the ultimate, spaces itself out. Now Kyovu does not have.
He was in the middle of that. Watercat does end up flashing in there to get the ultimate out. They're looking to potentially trade even more here, but doesn't look like they'll be able to. There's backup, but Flash being used by Duddy as a respect to Prophet and to Watercat. So a lot of Flash is being used, but Second Wind and King What's-His-Face will end up falling thanks to just how extended Second Wind got. So, I mean, nice trade overall there to keep it even.
Yeah, there you get to see kind of like the purpose of the Trundle pick, but even if you subjugate Cho'Gath without having like the DPS there, you can just walk it out. Prophet of Tears just taking a step back, not wanting to mess around while he has no armor and resistances as Cho'Gath. They do have they have enough damage to be able to kill him there through the subjugate, but if you don't have the DPS online on the Cho'Gath, then it's just kind of a waste of Trundle ultimate. Our gold relatively even, a 1k gold lead here has been developed, but it's going to be it's okay. Like both of it's within, I would say, striking distance for MG Mercenaries, and Deadbro just gonna try to they're mainly just on Kyovu. He's gonna try to do something as he gets 1v2'd here.
Yeah, he's trying his best to run away, but he's getting knocked up. There's a lot of CC going onto him. He is going to end up falling, but it takes a very long time to get him to fall. So Kobu will finally go down, shut down, going onto the Jin Zhao.
Sad, actually. I really, really dislike that second one. That would have been a free stack for Prophet of Tears there. Plus, it would have really helped him out coming back in. Oh, as we see, all this stuff drop.
Tower dive. Yeah, tower dive being exhibited here. They're gonna end up getting gets out, but it's a trade of 1-for-1. And King What's His Face is back down here again. He's just saying, hello, I want to take out the Lulu this time. But he's still alive. The heal's being used. There's a big shield. Finally, he will go down. And it takes a lot of use summoners, a lot of use spells, but they're able to finally kill the two of them down there. They're gonna get the tower, but it looks like it's gonna be a trade of the mid lane for the bot lane towers.
Now they are able to get that first turret bonus. Qlu does pick that up and shares it a little bit with Teen What's Its Face, and they do trade it for mid tower, right? The strategic importance of mid tower being a little bit what they're mainly trading off there is just going to be the extra time that they get to stack waves on the sides for the Kog'Maw or for the Cho'Gath versus the safety for the Syndra in the mid lane as they reset, and Dead Road Gaming is now in position for the Dragon, moving down Kyovu, who still has ultimate available, and then we see Watercat, getting a little bit of damage down, able to proc his electrocute on Kyovu, doing about 10% of that guy's health as they start up the Infernal Dragon.
Yep, the Inferno Dragon going to be swiftly handled since second one is not there. They know that it is just a free dragon for them. So now Infernal Soul is leaning more to being captured by them, but there's still a lot of time, only 17 minutes into the game, obviously. So we still have quite a bit to go before we could really see it, or see the outcome of this entire game. But second one, just going in, gonna have the ulti burn on him. Looks like Atone is trying his best to really extend this fight for as long as possible. The second one will end up picking up one kill. Duddy Rays is trying to run away now. He does end up using the ultimate, and what looked like could have been a pretty nice bait, but not the best of baits as they're able to pick it up and not even have to worry about the rest of it all.
Yeah, an interesting little engage there from Airtome. He, trying to go for a second one, but honestly, deceptively tanky. Second one having his ultimate and that gore drinker. When he drops low, he's able to stay in the fight, and Airtome just continuing to re-engage with bandage tosses and just slowly killing himself on second wind. Kind of funny way to go out there for sure. Without having much of a mythic and the single mana Mumu. Ooh, as we see the rupture onto set.
Yeah, and something that I don't think we've talked about a whole bunch is the fact that the Cho'Gath has gotten quite big. Obviously, it's because of the stacking and because of the Frostfire Gauntlet that he has completed now. But the lead that we saw that was once there has slowly diminished to where now it's even, and doesn't even look like he's really that much afraid of the set. He kind of is just fine with trying to fight with someone 1-on-1. King What's His Face backing away, keeping himself safe, and yeah, it looks like both teams are now kind of standing idle, just like, all right, what kind of counter can we go for?
Yeah, the lead that we saw has pretty much melted away, like you said. I would have really liked to seen Kyovu itemize a little bit more damage just to be able to fight the Cho'Gath with like a Bork build. I think a Bork build goes pretty far as fighting Cho, just because you get to sustain off the creeps, constantly have your health bar filled up. When you go for this more like Divine Sunder, you're really hoping that Cho'Gath is willing to trade auto attack for auto attack with you, but like, why would Cho'Gath ever do that when he can just, rupture and walk away? Now, I will say, I'm not the biggest fan of Iceborne on Cho'Gath. You already have a slow on your auto attacks, and then, like, yeah, the bonus health is cool and all, and it makes your ultimate do more damage. However, like, the bonus health is not the stats you want. Trundle ult's going to be stealing that, and Set is going to use that to one-shot your carries. Slash Set already has, like, a bunch of percent health in his kit. I would have, if he does want, like, a tank Sunfire item type, I would have preferred to have seen either Righteous Glory, the Righteous Glory equivalent Chem Tank, I think this was called, and then or just the Sunfire, so that he's able to duel the Set easier in the side lane because it scales with your percent health. As far as the burn damage is concerned, I really dislike this Iceborne pickup for the Cho'Gath, the Frostfire Gauntlet, but you know, he's rocking with what he's got, and in the team fights, it'll be a little bit better for being sticky onto the Ashe and the Syndra if he's able to find that access to the backline. That's for sure. That's where like the pros and cons are weighing themselves. Plus, he is a little bit more of a frontline menace with the health that he's getting. Plus the size as far as being able to land your E. Cho'Gath with his E active and with all of his stacks plus the Frostfire, he effectively becomes like Rakan auto attack range, which is like which is saying something. Like that is a lot of attack range for a melee champion.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I mean, if any of that kind of were to, you know, sorry, my brain's kind of like shut down for like a second. Give me a second to refresh my brain.
Yeah, so
But
back to the game. We see
okay,
Xin engaging.
yeah, we have the gauge coming out. It looks like they're going to try and shut down the Trundle, and they are able to do it thanks to the outplay of all outplays, that being the ultimate from the Veigar. We do see the ulti being used on second win by Set, and now the rest of the team just here to chase. They're going to look for a pickup onto Aton. They get that pickup. They're going to try get another one. He's gonna fall. That is gonna be Kulu being slain there, and the only one that falls on the side of MG Mercenaries is the Lulu, and that is going to be the dragon now being picked up for them.
Yeah, sadly, Profiteer is not able to find the munch on Kulu because of the fact that the shield bow coming in clutch. Exactly, he probably I'm not sure if you'll get the little chompy teeth surrounding you as Ashe there whenever your health bar is that low. If you still have a lifeline passive, haven't played Cho'Gath since they've introduced like so many more of those items. But if it does, that's got to be one of the worst feelings where you've got the little chompy teeth, you're really excited, you flash roll, and then just like shield bow, 400 extra HP, they don't die, and now you're just out of luck. So far, Profiteer's just stacked only off of minions pretty much. So his E is going to be doing less damage, and he's just not going to be as large as he could be with rocking only, I believe he's only at 6 stacks right now. Not sure, we'll have to check.
Yep.
Oh, a nice backwards there from Set.
Yeah, but the double knockup is going to be used. There's a TP coming in. There's 3 people here as the rest of the team has to run away quickly. But instead, they're turning it on. Ato does not have his ultimate back out yet. Profiteer doing his best to stay alive. He has said he will be ulted. He's going to have to silence all the Q. He's going to go down. That's a double kill for the Lulu now. And now Kikobu looking for a trade of his own. He will get the true damage to come out, but it does not matter. It is the clean ace by the side of MG Mercenaries.
Yeah, Profiteer is just living by the skin of his teeth. The flash. There's the feast. He's at 7 stacks now. Not sure where he picked up the 7th stack from. He doesn't have a kill, so it must have been one of the neutrals. I wonder if he chomped a dragon that I didn't see, or one of the heralds. But we see MG Mercenary is going to be picking up this Baron. I do want to like the flash there from Lulu to flash and get the Lulu ult off on the Cho'Gath, making him even bigger just for a moment, just to provide enough health. And then we see Kulu. The thing that this build offers from Kulu is the survivability with the MR. And the lifeline passive on shield bow, that you're going to be able to survive the Veigar, and you're going to be able to survive the Cho'Gath and Kog'Maw damage a little bit better. But what it's lacking is the raw DPS that you need to punch through Cho'Gath's full tank build, plus Cho'Gath's just an insane health bar that he gets just by virtue of being Cho'Gath, coupled with Lulu, I guess, dropping that wild growth on him. He just is not able to transfer that into a kill as Profiteers goes for a Rupture. Oh, it does have the Thornmail, so now Ruptures are 60% Grievous Wounds appliers, which is going to be actually pretty nice against Trundle, because a lot of Trundle's tankiness does... Oh, the Bandage Toss stopped by it.
Oh.
There's the stack. He finds the Maunch. He's able to get to 8 stacks now on the Cho'Gath. Profiteers is looking large.
Yeah, interesting that Airtone decided, like, hey, let's go in now. Only issue is that your team's very discommunicated from you, and there's a Veigar that you're going on to. It's not like he can, like, just push you guys away. And that is so ridiculous. The amount of damage from Watercat just forces them to back off over to the Nexus, and they could just constantly keep repeating this. And I haven't realized this is fully stacked Darksteel on Watercat. He could have gone Magi's if he truly wanted to.
Yeah, the Magi's probably a pretty aggressive going for
We're
it.
going straight into the
There's
fight.
set.
That is some major damage, but the true damage does not come out. There it goes. The bandage toss with the ultimate to follow along, but they're still unable to kill anyone. There's gonna be Duddy Brain. He goes down. Second one looking for King Walter's face. He will pick him up. That's gonna be yet again another clean ace. You get what you want, but the damage is not enough. That is the ace. That is the game, and MG Mercenaries take this game away and just stomp it cleanly at the end.
That's got to be one of the saddest set ultimates that, from like Pog Champ to Keck W, that's got to be one of the most disappointing set ults of all time, where you do manage to get the tank onto everybody, and then just as the Haymaker's about to land, the Vidar executes you, and so no true damage, so the fight just flops as MG Mercenaries able to go 3-0. So both of our leading teams, MG Mercenaries and Glacial Mingos, are going to be coming out of this week 3-0. Still the champs of the Sentinels division here in Plat. Congrats to both of them.
Yep. Congratulations to all the winners. Hopefully, to everyone who has been handed a loss to the resume, you guys can come back from it, learn about exactly what happened, what went wrong, and come back next week for even more great games. And I believe we have more games tomorrow at 7 o'clock as well. So make sure you all come back for those. But that is all we got for today. Again, I am Asami, and this is Shoutcaster Beniona. And it's been a pleasure to spend the day or spend these few hours with you guys. Have a good day, guys.
Thank you for tuning in. Peace out.